Hi guys! Okay, I know I didn't do a hits and misses last, oh, I'm forgetting something. Last month, but I hope this makes up for it. I've kind of just been trying out some products, so, here we go, and I have to make this fast, because I gotta go to class. First things first, these e.l.f. lip balms, these are really great. They're very pigmented, which is good and bad. I mean, I don't really like super pigmented stuff sometimes, just because, I don't know, I feel like it just looks, when it's like, when you're just applying it with your finger and it's very pigmented and with your finger, you're not always like super, you know, precise with it. It just kind of looks kind of weird. But what I usually do with this, like with this one, I just top it off with the lip gloss, and I feel like it makes it a lot more wearable. So these are the ones I have. I have one in Mellow. Oh wait, this one's Blissful Berry. Yeah, Blissful Berry. This one is in Mellow Melon, right? Mellow Melon. And this one is Romantic Rouge. So they are really, really gorgeous colors. They're pretty moisturizing. They're not too thick, which I really like. And they have pretty decent wear time. Like, I still have some color after a couple hours. Another palette, I know I've talked so much about the Laura Mercier palette for such a long time, and I was like super addicted to that palette. But now I have found a new love for another palette. And where are my glasses? I'm not even wearing my glasses. I always have to wear my glasses. So, this is the Kat Von D Saint palette, Ladybird palette, and it's just all matte colors. You guys can see there. They're all mattes. You got some colorful ones like the navy blue and the purple. Then you have your like kind of regular neutrals. I just did a tutorial on this look, pretty much using the whole palette except this navy blue color because I'm just not crazy about it. But, so yeah, you guys can check that out. I'll link that somewhere here if you guys are interested. This is actually the look I did with it. So, I pretty much use almost every single color except that blue one. So, it's such a great palette. The eyeshadows are, like, super buttery and pigmented, and you guys can just see there, like, simple swatches. But they're super, super pigmented, and they just have great color payoff, very buttery and soft. So I think this is a great palette, and that's the Kat Von D Ladybird palette. This Agave lip balm, oh my gosh, I usually put this on at night, and my lips are still moisturized. I still have the product on in the morning, and my lips are just very soft and just moisturized. So if you guys have chapped lips or just want a good lip balm, the Agave lip, what's it called? The Agave Lip Mask by Bite Beauty is great, and I mean, I've had it for quite, well, not that long, but I mean, you guys can see I've hardly used it. It's kind of like already thin at the tip, so make sure when you use it, you start from the tip up, because I heard people sometimes complain that, you know, they don't squeeze it in the right area, and it breaks in the back when you're trying to, like, squeeze the rest out. So just start from the back and work your way up, and it's really good. It is thick. I don't think it's sticky, but it is really thick, so that's why I kind of put it on before I go to sleep, because, I mean, I won't really feel the texture when I'm sleeping, so there you go. The only miss I really have in this video is this blush by Too Faced. I know I returned the other blush as well, and this one, I feel like it's a great color for you guys that like shimmery bronze summer looks. This is great for you guys. I'm just not all about that. I like my, you know, matte bronzer and then just like a colorful color. It's okay if it has shimmer, but I don't really like a shimmery bronze color, and that's what I think this looks like. It's just basically a shimmery golden highlight to me, like a bronzy highlight. So if you guys like that, I don't see any peachiness to this blush at all. So I think it would be great to like if I have a matte blush and I just want to make it a little shimmery. This is like a good blush to top it off with. And this is the Too Faced Swerthearts blush in Peach Beach. And then three other blushes that I really did like. This first one is from NYX, and I'm wearing it right now. I've only had it for a few days, but I'm already like obsessed with this. And when I get obsessed with the blush, I use it for like the longest time. This is in Cinnamon, and I know it looks super bright and scary, but I mean, you guys can tell when you blend it out, it looks like a lot more wearable. It is still bright, but I feel like this is kind of like, on the cheeks, to me, this kind of looks like Peaches by MAC. It's not the same thing as Peaches by MAC, but just like if you guys want a bright corally color for the summer, just matte. And this is only $6. I bought it at CVS, and it's just a great option for the summer. That was in Cinnamon. And then I've been liking like reddish, darker colors for some reason. So I've been really, really obsessed with my NARS Blush in Dolce Vita. And I've had this blush for the longest time, and it's not until now that I'm finally using it and in love with it. I use a stippling brush to like lightly apply it, tap off any excess, just barely dip it in there, and make sure you blend it out really well. That way it's not like, bam, red cheeks. I remember this one girl in class I had once. She always had the reddish cheeks. Like, it was kind of scary. I thought there was something wrong with her. That's kind of mean, but it was just like big, thick line of red. Like, not even tried to blend it out. And I'm just like, it kind of like put me off of red for a little bit. But just make sure you blend it out really well, and it just looks so pretty. Like, it gives you a gorgeous, like, reddish flush. And the same thing is with this NARS Matte Multiple in Siam. I know it looks really scary. It's like super bright. But I usually make sure I use a matte mattifying primer. I just use that when I use a mattifying primer by Becca, which I'll mention next. And then I just make sure you blend it out really well. What I use is, I don't use my fingers because I feel like it doesn't blend out that well because it dries pretty quickly. I get like a cream bronzer brush, the Face Expert brush by Real Techniques, like the one I use kind of to use a cream contour with. I just tap it onto the product and make sure you blend it out really, really well. That way it's not like a stark color. And even with the brush, sometimes it's a little too bright, but just make sure you blend it out really, really well because it does dry pretty quickly and you should be fine. It gives you just the prettiest kind of coral bright red flush, but not like scary. The first time I didn't know how to use it, it was kind of scary. It was pretty scary, but then I used it with the brush like a couple other times and it just came out really, really nice. Okay, actually, two other things that I wanted to mention are both face products. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation, and I am in the color number 40. I've been really, really loving this foundation. Today's like the only day I haven't worn it, just because I got a sample of another foundation, another matte foundation, so I wanted to try that out. But I've been pretty much using this every day, and it just gives you the prettiest, not like super dry and mattifying like a lot of matte foundations are, but it just gives you like, has great coverage. It's like medium coverage, but you can easily build it up because sometimes I feel like, I added too much. But it's just such a great foundation. It has even coverage, so, so pretty, and it's not super dry and mattifying. Like sometimes some matte foundations, it's like a little too matte. This is just perfect matte, just like not dry, powdery look, but no shine. And then finally, this Becca Primer. It is the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Now, this is really, really matte. Like, when I use this, I make sure I don't use a matte foundation or a foundation at all because it, like, really, it's, like, a little too matte, and it looks kind of like dry patches, and it just didn't look that nice with a matte foundation or a foundation at all. I don't know if you can use, like, maybe a dewy foundation with this. Maybe it'll give you, like, a nice satin look. But what I do with this, I use this when I'm not wearing foundation, and then I use like cream product. I can finally use cream products. I've never been really able to use them because I feel like it just emphasizes my oily skin. But when I use this, it gives me a nice matte like base, and then I can easily just blend out the cream products. And then if I need to, I can apply a little bit of powder over those products just to set them in place. A little translucent powder. But this is really great for any of you guys that have like really, really oily skin. I don't recommend it using a matte foundation with it, but maybe like any other kind of foundation would be fine. I haven't really tried it out because I mostly have matte foundations. So definitely recommend this for oily skin. So I really hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and check out my other videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll have my username down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!